so excited to see all of you. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the celebration concert. I'm Barb Walters, and I'm celebrating that I've now taught lessons in my private studio for 50 years, which I just can I know, my brother's over there. I founded my studio in 1975. I was a teenager at the University of Michigan studying music, and that's when I started teaching. And I never stopped. I've taught in 4 different states. I've held other jobs while I've maintained my studio while raising my 7 children. I homeschooled for 25 years. And before you ask, how did you do all that? The answer is, I have no idea. I really don't know. And here I am now at 50 years of teaching. A couple of housekeeping details. If you haven't already, please turn your cell phones off so that we don't have different pitches of rings joining our music. And also, please sign my guest book is back there on the table by the digital frame. Please sign my guest book. You can just your name, or if you can write a little message. I will love to look back at that and remember that you were here. I have a photo sharing platform currently active. In your program, on the inside left cover at the bottom, there's a QR code. And if you point your camera to that, it'll pull up Kululu, and it'll say upload photos. You just follow a couple little things. And you can upload your photos. Please take photos during the concert. Go ahead and take photos. No flash, but take photos. And while you're sitting there, you can upload them to my digital album. And my sound guy back there, Steve, there's Steve. He's worked out so that as soon as the concert is over and we're starting the reception, we'll see those pictures up on the screen of what we just did. And how fun is that? So go ahead and do that. Gosh, I think that's it for my welcome and introduction, and we can get started. Our first performer is Adelaide Porteous. Adelaide, come on up here. And yay, Adelaide. Adelaide and I are playing together a song called Green Grow the Lilacs. Thank you, Adelaide. Our next performers are Iva Uli, come on up, Elliott O'Brien, and Ruby Gale playing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Row, Row, Row Your Boat, we all know that song, and we've heard, go ahead and get yourself settled there. We've sung it since we were children. It seems simple, but once you start playing it in a round, it becomes more complicated, and I'm really proud of these 3 for working this out. Great job, you three. Thank you so much. So I'm going to tell you a few things here and there about my crazy 50 years of doing music. In those 50 years, I have helped to found several groups. I helped to found a chamber orchestra called Symphony by the Sea in Marblehead, Massachusetts. I played in that professional orchestra for 10 years, and it's still going to this day. I've helped to found a classical and pop orchestra named Orchestra Kentucky in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I was able to play in that for a few years and then moved. And they are still playing. They play with artists such as Neil Sedaka these days. With Liz Knox, and Liz, where are you? Oh, Liz over here. Liz Knox and I started Boone County Community Orchestra in 2009 with a small group of youth in the park. We are so pleased that Katie Ferguson, Katie, where are you? Katie Ferguson is now, has taken over the reins of Boone County Community Orchestra, so it's still going 16 years later. I founded a college scholarship fund in 2000, I think it was 5 or 6, and we'll hear more about that later, set me straight. So more about that later. And also in 2009, I founded Fiddlesticks. How many of you have heard Fiddlesticks before, like years ago? Few, yeah, okay. So you may have heard it. We used to go around town, and we've played in grocery stores and street corners and places like that. And I'm just delighted. Again, I have passed the reins over to Katie, and so post-pandemic, the group has gotten resurrected, and you'll hear them later. All right, our next piece is Jazz Walk, and Arlen Michalke, Raeanna Venden, and Jack Bowling. Come on up here. So this is Arlen, Jack, Raeanna. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, you three. Good job. I want to recognize Liz Knox. Oh, Liz, I'm going to pick on you again. She's over there. Liz, come here. Come on. Liz and Kevin Knox drove from Santa Claus, Indiana, to be here tonight. Oh, my gosh. So, Liz is celebrating her 25th year of teaching music. I'm in my 50. Liz is in her 25. We are colleagues. We're besties here. We're partners in crime sometimes, and just friends forever. And Liz, I don't know what I'd do without you. Okay, this is how bad it is. Liz and I have a private Facebook group with just me and her in it. We talk every day over all aspects of music, studio, life, and everything. So I so appreciate you being here. Liz will join us on piano for the very last song this evening. And one of those cakes out there has her sort of name on it. Liz Knox, K-N-O-X. It says Liz Conx, K-O-N-X.
Which is, I told her absolutely appropriate for this time of year. So I thought it was very fitting. So do you mind? I know that we're all going to be saying lots of wonderful things about you tonight, but you know, she's been the one to inspire me when I wanted to give up, when I'm exhausted. She inspired me to be a better teacher. She helped me. We moved here in Lebanon. I guess we met around 2007, and she took me in and helped me. I built a studio here in Lebanon of my own, and she mentored me. And you have this room. This room shows what just a fraction of your 50 years of dedication to the kids, to the parents, and so I know that I can speak for everybody how much you're loved, how much you're respected, and how much we know you have endured and endeavored over these last years.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
And Liz and I, we were both pianists at this church for many years, and now Audrey, raise your hand. Audrey is now, she's here. So we have the three, pianists. So we love this piano. We do. Love playing here. Thank you. Okay, our next song is 3-Point Play by Melody Bober. Riley and Noah Brubaker, you're both here. Do you have your music? You ready to make a basket? You gonna make a 3-point play? All right, let's get set up here. Will he make the basket? Come on, get up here. Whoa, oh, he lost the ball. Try it again. Oh, good catch. Try it again, rim shot. You can do it. Yes. Now you're benched. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Well, some of my memories of 50 years include a whole bunch of gigs, performances. I could talk for a long time, but I'm just going to talk about a couple. One that really sticks out in my mind was when I lived in Massachusetts. And old Joe Leary, he was a violinist, maybe 15, 20 years older than I was, like the grandpa of the violin world on Boston's North Shore. And he got together a small group to do this gig. There were about 6 of us violinists. And he would not tell us what we were going to play. And nor did he provide us with music. I remember him just smiling at us and saying, "It'll be fine. You'll know it." So the 6 of us, we got into downtown Boston. We were playing at one of those huge, fancy Boston hotels. For a big convention, there had to have been over 1,000 people there. And we had to wear tuxedos. So it was all fancy smancy. And we're back there, in our tuxedos, and Joe's saying, "It'll be fine." We're like, "Joe, what are we playing? It'll be fine." So we went on stage having no idea what we were going to play in front of over 1,000 people. So he's saying, "It'll be fine, you'll know it." Well, no, I did not know the pieces. My memory is sort of a blur about it because I was in a blur. I felt like I was in an alternate reality. I do remember playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I do remember playing parts of the Vivaldi A minor violin concerto. That's a really long concerto. I guess we started at the beginning. I don't even know how we figured out how to stop together. And the only other song I remember, we played In the Mood for Love. Well, I don't know that song because I spent my childhood and adult years consumed in classical music. How am I going to know some pop music? So I remember that song that I didn't know what I was doing. So some of the things that I took away from that, besides the memory, cracks me up. It really does. I think there's some skills that musicians have to learn. One is the ability to look like you know what you're doing, even when you don't. I smiled big through that whole performance. Another skill is the ability to convincingly fake it. That's a good one. Everybody needs to know that. And the third ability is the ability to hear and predict harmonies and to be able to play a simple harmonic line, even if you don't know the music. So I remember I did do a little bit of that. So that was my Joe Leary story. One of the most fun gigs I did was when I was still in Michigan, and I shared the stage with Ginger Rogers for 3 shows. And you youngsters don't know who Ginger Rogers was, but you adults and older people, you know who Ginger Rogers was and her dancing partner, Fred Astaire. The orchestra was small, so we got to sit on the stage instead of in the pit while Ginger sang and danced in front of us. But the most fun part was that during rehearsals and at every break during rehearsals and during the shows, Ginger came to talk to me and to my other 2 violinists because we were 3 women and the rest of the orchestra was men. And Ginger would come up to us and she said, "I am so tired of all these orchestras where I am being all men, so I'm going to talk to you." So that's how that worked. She would rather hang out with us, and she was just lovely. I played with Eugene Ormandy, the conductor of the Philadelphia Orchestra, and probably the best concert I've ever been in. And just another fun memory I have is I spent 5 weeks in the Canary Island as part of the Las Palmas Opera Festival in the pit. Got paid to go, paid to be there, paid to be on the beach, and that was fun. Our next performers are Taylor and Grayson O'Brien, and they are playing a very fun song called Midnight Horseman. Nice job, you guys. That was great. I just want to add, Taylor is a recent Eagle Scout. Court of Honor was last week. I'm going to talk just very briefly about memorable students. Now, I'm going to say all of you are memorable. Every student is unique and special to me. I've always considered myself blessed to have long-term teacher-student relationships with students and their families, and I thank you for that. My very first student in 1975, a little girl named Renata Debler. And she was shy. I was scared to death. I didn't know what I was doing. I charged $2.50 for a half-hour lesson. And I felt guilty about it. But, that was in 1975, like not long after I was a young teenager and charging 50 cents an hour for babysitting, so it was up there. So just one more student that I've always remembered so fondly. Long ago, again in Massachusetts, I had a student named Irma Grubb. Irma was in her late 70s, and every lesson something would happen. She would lock her keys in the car. She would lose something. She would come with her music in tatters because her parakeet nibbled on it while she practiced, and she thought that was cute. At one lesson, the temperature outside was brutally hot, and I had my oscillating fan on. And Irma came in and got out her instrument and her bow, and immediately got her bow stuck in the fan. So now the bow's sticking out of the fan, going back and forth. Now, bows are very fragile, especially at the tip. And I pulled the bow out of the fan, and the bow was fine, and my fan was broken. So, oh, Irma, I remember Irma. Our next song is Festivale by Melody Bober, and this is Luke Nordstrom. Luke, come on up here, and I will be joining him. Thanks, Luke. That was fun. Our last piano ensemble is also a sibling pair, Natalie and Quentin Reynolds. Natalie and Quentin, come on up here. There you are. They're going to play Harvest Song by William Conrad. This song is special to me. It's out of an old book that's out of print, so no longer available for purchase. It was mine when I was in early elementary school, and I still have it, fortunately. I remember when I was in elementary school playing this duet, Harvest Song, with my mother. Okay. What's next in your program? I think I have it wrong. Is it the Thistle Sisters? All right. I am very excited to present to you the Thistle Sisters. And girls, where are you? All right, come on up. So this band is consisted of Julia Spangler, Allison Lemasters, and Tamzin Walters, and yes, she's my daughter. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and say a couple words about the group, and then they have some very fun songs for us.
We're actually going to have all of my siblings come up now and say a little bit of something. This is the first time all 7 of us have been in the same room for 8 or 9 years? 2022. So... Jacob, my, oh, Ben's first.
Yeah, we made. So they all voted and made me go first. I just want that out there. And we're in age order, apparently. Okay, now we're in age order for realsies. Okay, Mom. Hi. We are all so proud of you. You've been teaching for 50 years, and that's amazing. So for me personally, growing up around music has been such a huge thing, and it has just lended itself to such a deep appreciation for me. Whenever I hear music, I always think of you, and I will forever have that.
For me, music has sent me all over the world, France, Germany, and Belgium, and many other places in the States, and it's brought me some of my best friends. Thank you, Mom.
I have said this to many other people, but I'm not sure I've ever said it directly to my mother. Mom, music is the greatest gift that you have ever given me. And to think that you've shared it with so many people over these years is really incredible.
Mom was my first teacher, and we fought a lot. But I actually don't remember learning to play any instrument because it seems like something that we always did. We got to grow up basically bilingual, and that's really amazing. Much like my other siblings, it has brought me all over the place. I've gotten to travel, I've gotten to meet friends, and there's just a special bond when you get to play music with people. So thank you, Mom.
I'm going to share something a little bit different. I brought my violin up here because this is very special, not only to me, but to Mom as well. This was my great-grandfather's violin, Sharky Whale, and I've been blessed to have it for, I don't know, since I was a kid, pretty much, since I grew into it. And I'm sure we could all share the same stories, but I just wanted to share a unique thing I got to do because of music. I went to Peru in 2014. I was there for a year, and music helped me transcend language barriers because I was very isolated, not speaking Spanish. And I ended up teaching a 5-year-old girl violin lessons, even though I couldn't tell her what to do in Spanish. I could show her, and that was a cool thing that I got to do. So thank you for that.
I told my mother before I came here that I would not play any music, that I wasn't going to get on stage, that I wasn't going to be the center of attention. And somebody, 6 somebodies, made me get up here anyways. So here I am. Mom, I love you very much. And I love everything that you've done with music for me. And even though I am not performing later, I have in my pocket a kazoo.
It's a handmade kazoo.
I can't escape it, and it has been a huge blessing in my life. I love you.
50 years, that's a long time, but I can assure you it felt a lot longer to me. Waiting for Mom to be done with lessons so that I could have her attention, or we could eat dinner, or for whatever. My only companion was our first dog, Sherman, who outwardly would express what I inwardly felt when he would howl at every screechy rendition of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So I'm 45, so I've been blessed to share this journey with my mother for my entire life, as all of my brothers and sisters have shared it their entire lives. And for me personally, one of the best things about music was that it helped me pay for college. I taught music lessons, guitar and piano, for several years. And so even though now I don't do it as a vocation, music has been a blessing in my life as well. We all love you, Mom. Thank you so much for what you've meant to all of us, and I'm sure I can say what you've meant to everyone sitting here in the audience. Thank you. We love you.
Okay. Check, check. Hi, we're the Thistle sisters. You just heard me talk. I'm Tamzin. I'm a middle child. I am actually the only one of my siblings to go on to study music professionally. My degree is in violin performance. However, I do not actually make my living as a musician anymore. I instead play for fun with my band. So this is Julie and Allison. We all went to college together, and we started playing just after my senior year.
We're in our 11th year playing together.
11th year playing together. I responded to a very sketchy flyer on a bulletin board that said, "We're looking for bass players," and I had just acquired a bass from you?
Yeah.
Barb.
Someone here in Lebanon.
Someone in Lebanon gave it to you, and I stole it from you.
Yeah. But that's not that big.
Yes, and then I started playing, and eventually I bought this bass from one of my uncles who plays in a jazz band. So a lot of family connections here. So we picked a couple songs. You'll recognize several of them. This first one is a very special song for my family. This is something that my grandmother would sing. I think my brother Jacob was in a production of this show, and my dad would also sing it a lot too.
About you. we've ever done. We're usually playing at a farmer's market. This next one is just a song that, people haven't really heard of this song, so if you know this song, sing along. Yeah. It's very neat.
we love. It's a song I'm sure almost all of you will recognize. So sing along with this one too. Sing along with this one.
Surprise, and it's a dream.
songs for you. This next one, we couldn't get away without playing a little bluegrass. So this is a bluegrass song. And then the last one we'll do is a little fiddle song. My pick is hard for me to drop. Instrument switch. Next it's going to pull out your little fiddle. Alright, we like to switch around on instruments. We're all learning instruments and are not our main instruments. However, this is my main instrument, and so we're going to do a little bit of a fiddle tune. This is called Rubber Dolly.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun, right? I'm just going to take this moment to say I have a tip jar for the Thistle sisters on that back table. So at this time, I'd like to invite Allie Maxey up here. Allie is the Director of Education and Grant Making at the Community Foundation of Boone County, and she's going to say a few words about the scholarship that I founded. Was it 2005 or 6? 2005. Yes.
Thank you. Hi there, I'm Allie Maxey, the Director of Education and Grant Making with the Community Foundation of Boone County. The Community Foundation of Boone County is a local 501c3 charitable organization that exists to unite people, organizations, and philanthropy to create a thriving community for everyone. One of the many ways we are creating a thriving community is supporting young people's dreams of continuing their education after high school with scholarships. Established in 2005, the Family Music Studio Scholarship was created to support a current or former Family Music Studio student who demonstrates an active musical lifestyle and a commitment to serving the community now and into the future. In the last 19 years, the scholarship has awarded nearly $7,000 to the fund recipients and is looking forward to naming the 19th recipient this May with a $1,000 scholarship. Donations made this evening through the QR code or through the donation box are considered tax deductible and will be directed towards the Family Music Studio Scholarship that is administered in partnership with Barb at the Community Foundation of Boone County. So thank you so much for welcoming me, and congratulations to Barb for 50 years, and thank you so much, and congrats to all the musicians this evening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, Allie. There are 2 donation boxes for this fund. One is on that table back there, and one is on the cake table. And the QR code in your program, not the photo sharing one, but the other one, goes actually directly to the Community Foundation website, and those are tax deductible. I have decided any donations that are collected this evening, I will match up to $500. So I'm hoping to make a nice, healthy donation, and I'm so excited to award the scholarships each year, and it keeps growing. So it started out with $250 awards for a long time, and now it's a $1,000 award. So I'm really excited about that because it's just me. I'm not like an Eli Lilly or something. I'm just a little business. So I'm thrilled. Jillian Brubaker, you're back there. I didn't know she's a former student of mine. I didn't know you were here until I saw your picture up there. Yeah, keep taking pictures. Isn't it fun to see that up there? It really is. And my daughter-in-law's over there too. Yes, Sammy, raise your hand. And my youngest little grandbaby, is she right there? Aww. Yeah, so I'm so lucky to have my family. So after Jacob surprised me yesterday, 5 minutes later, the doorbell rang again, and then there's Samira at the doorstep with my grandbaby. I didn't know they were coming. I did not know. All right. We're ready for the Family Music Studio String Ensemble, so all of you come on up. I'll keep talking just for a moment or two. I want to thank my family for always supporting me in my musical endeavors over the years. My husband, Eben, printed the programs for tonight at our Indianapolis print shop, Minuteman Press. He texted me right before the concert began, and he is home sick, so that's why he's not here. Yeah, so that happened. And in my notes here that I did yesterday morning, I say, our oldest child, Jacob, was unable to come tonight, but he did come, and all of them. My children grew up performing as Running River Strings. When I started homeschooling in 1991 in Western Massachusetts, we were living on the Deerfield River. And I think it was John and Jordan who named our homeschool Running River Academy, Running River referring to the Deerfield River that runs along the Mohawk Trail in Massachusetts, where we lived. And then when we started performing together, we named our performing ensemble Running River Strings. So we have up here Running River Strings, like mostly kind of on that side. This is the first time for me that I've ever performed with a grandson. There's little, yeah. So I got a grandson up there. We are also joined tonight by Fiddlesticks, directed by Katie Ferguson. Katie was my student when she was in high school, and she was a member of Fiddlesticks when she was in high school. She was also a student teacher for Family Music Studio back then. Katie earned her degrees in music in Florida and then came back and is now directing and guiding both Fiddlesticks and Boone County Community Orchestra. Katie also runs her own music studio, Cornerstone Music Studio, which you probably see near Domino's with the purple sign. So she's done it all. Right, Katie? And I appreciate her so much. So Katie has a display at the back about Fiddlesticks and Boone County Community Orchestra. Please take a look. And also on the display, Megan Ferris. Megan, are you here? No? Yeah, she had a migraine, so I know okay. So Megan is running the Ferris Wheel Music Store on Main Street in Lebanon. So we have a music store here now, and there's a little display about that. Okay, we are going to play two medleys. The first medley is Bile and Cabbage Down, Cripple Creek, and Old Joe Clark. The second medley is Skye Boat Song and Ashokan Farewell. Then I'll say a few words, and then we'll have cake.
Been ready.
It's all right, leave it in. It's okay.
Junebug, he has wings of gold, the firefly wings of flame. That bedbug ain't got wings at all, but he gets there just the same. Hey! Bile 'em cabbage down, down, bake 'em biscuits brown, brown. The only song I ever did learn was Bile 'em cabbage down. You know, love it is a killing fit when beauty hits a blossom. And if you want your finger bit, just poke it at a possum.
sit down. I just have a couple more things to say, and then
And before she has a couple more things to say, Mom, your students would like to present to you a small token of their appreciation on behalf of all of your students, past and present, in appreciation for everything you've done to inspire us musically and as human beings. We love you.
Well, you are just full of surprises. Thank you so much. This was just a wonderful evening for me. Let's see here. Yeah, let's have another hand. Got it? Thank you. Okay, now I think I'm all set. So again, thank you to everyone who came to help me celebrate 50 years of teaching. And you may be wondering, is this also a retirement party? No, it is not. That's right. I think I have too much energy left. Did you know that in the past 14 months, I have climbed Mount Everest? Now, let me explain. What I mean is that in the past 14 months, I have hiked over 500 miles on trails with an elevation gain of over 26,000 feet, which is Mount Everest plus about half again as much. So, I mean, for me, it counts. And yes, I plan to keep teaching in my studio. It's easier than climbing those hills. Be sure to read the acknowledgments on the back of your program. Is Jim Knapp here? No, he wasn't sure he could make it. I just want to say a special thank you to Jim, who runs Knapp Music Store, and most of my students have rented instruments from him over the years. His wife was tragically killed in a car accident about 4 or 5 years ago, and this program is dedicated to, in honor and in loving memory of Amy Knapp. Amy's smiling face and Jim's smiling face has been a bedrock for my business, and I have appreciated them a lot. And a special thanks to all my volunteers. I already said where the donation boxes are. And let's just give a big round of applause for all the performers and the families. Thank you so much. There is cake in the foyer. I would like all performers, piano and whatever else you play, to come back up and let's get a group picture. So let's do that. And the rest of you, if you want to take pictures, take pictures. Keep uploading. Isn't that fun? So keep uploading to that QR code and have cake. Thank you.